more action-packed than that WrestleMania 34 well-stacked card. It's the hottest sports show here on WBGR. The Flex Zone, only place giving you sports how you want it, when you need it. We're here every Monday night inside the Man Cave, as I said, inside the Plus Studios of WBGR. Do us a favor, that red light's on. That means it's go time. Go to that Facebook page, like us on Facebook. Appreciate all the love on Facebook. Follow, comment on Twitter and Instagram as well, at theflexzone1@gmail.com. Got any questions, want to holler at us, want to be a guest, sit up here with the Man Cave, definitely send an email to theflexzone1@gmail.com. You can always call and talk to us, 301-429-WBGR, as we're live on that WBGR Sports page on Facebook as well. And we got a new thing. We're back on YouTube.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
Make sure you turn that red subscribe button green or whatever color it turns. Subscribe to us, the Flex Zone on YouTube. And shout out to Uncle Raj.
Make sure you like the video also. Like the video.
Right.
And
Like
so I'm hearing it needs to be the Flex Zone podcast.
Learn to live
Not
with
to
it.
be confused with the song.
Exactly.
Yes.
All
Song
right.
and other stuff. There's a couple other things on there too.
Well, as I said, the man behind the greatness of the YouTube, Uncle Raj. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. You know, last night was so epic. I mean, the food was beautiful.
How
at
was that
Jimmy's
steak?
Seafood.
Oh, my gosh.
The steak was excellent, man. The matches was great. You know, I had a wonderful time with the crew. Like, everybody showed out. Everybody showed up. It was just wonderful, man. It was a lovely atmosphere, and I enjoyed every single minute of it.
How can they keep up with you to see pictures of that steak? You even did a video.
Man, if y'all want to see that beautiful steak, check out Herringmore at Instagram. I did like a 10-second video of it. It looks juicy. It looks beautiful. Everybody loves steak, hopefully. And so check that out. You can also catch me on Facebook at Roger Lee Herring. And that's just the bottom line.
Oh, we keep it juicy on the Flex Zone. Because in the 2-hole, we got your friendly neighborhood D.
Well, indeed, WrestleMania was magnificent last night. Better than a year ago. I got my man Goldberg, went in the Hall of
That's
Fame.
right. You wear that shirt.
Friday night. Them speeches was long Friday night, but hey, it was all right. It was all right.
It's a Hall of Fame.
And since we do have the Flex Zone YouTube back in action, check it out. The Flex Zone Podcast. Subscribe to it on BKD-TV. Hit that website. You can see that YouTube video and my preview and review of WrestleMania 34.
Because if they don't subscribe, they're next, right?
They're fired.
Oh.
I'm actually going to go to the man. He got on the hat today.
Yeah,
Show the people the hoodie. They didn't believe you. You were once again the Prophet Dre. What's up?
That's your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only Black American Dream on IG.
It's goofy.
Dang, man, I can't. I had a whole
Yeah, you did.
like,
You did.
You saw
Good,
it.
good.
Just like when I talk about the Grave Gethsemane Missionary
Goofy.
Baptist Church, like it just spews off, man.
every time.
I'm everything you wish you could be in every woman's dream. Be more and show off on Snapchat.
I need a black magic marker.
Always
I need
a
permanent
pleasure.
marker.
And last but not least, probably the star of last night.
Yeah.
He's also one of the stars of the
Doing a lot.
show.
He's doing a lot.
He's got on his Flex Zone shirt because he's always repping the brand.
He's doing a lot.
Let's give it up for Crevonte Hurd. He was in the building last night.
Oh, not for that. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Yes.
If you didn't see us on social media or didn't see, he was there.
Yep.
He was in the building.
We're going to get straight to it. We talking WrestleMania tonight. Crevonte was there. He's going to hang with us for the segment.
I try my best to.
How was your experience, brother?
Listen, man. I didn't know what to expect. Well, actually, I expected goofiness, but I didn't know to a degree of goofiness I was going to see. I was thoroughly entertained. It was a little bit of you guys that went along with it, along with the various matches. But y'all know what I came to see. I came to see Ronda Rousey, and she showed up, and I gave it applause. I gave some applause because I had a good time. I had a better time than what I thought, and all in all, I did have a good time. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you, but don't be expecting me to go to too many more.
It's okay. We only go 4 times a year. It's okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
So does that mean Crevonte is
Nope.
converted?
Nope.
Yes.
We're not doing this.
Yes.
We're not doing this.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
No, we're not doing
Yes.
this. No.
Yes.
I'm not doing this.
Come on back for SummerSlam.
Nope.
The biggest part of the summer.
That it
At
is.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Seafood
Ronda will
featuring
be
the
there.
Flex Zone.
Ronda will be there. I guarantee it.
Listen, I'll tell you a couple things. A couple matches. throw a couple out there. AJ Styles looked like he won just about handily. Brock Lesnar, wow, wow. I thoroughly expected that one too. Nia Jax, absolutely.
Nia.
Is it Nia Jax? Yeah, I'm still learning.
She's a champion now. I'm
still learning. Yeah, was that her first one?
Yeah, that was the first.
That was the first one.
First title reign in all of WWE, by the way.
Charlotte had probably had the best interest.
Lit.
Probably had the best interest.
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
The brothers. I want to call them the Goofy Brothers, but that's not their name.
The Goofy Brothers.
The Bludgeon
Listen,
Brothers.
they came in and dominated. I think that might have been the most dominant performance in a match, obviously I've ever seen. But for that night, absolutely. WrestleMania 34, it was something. I had a good time.
Well, Crevonte touched on it. The match he came to see. We'll switch it up a little bit. The Ronda Rousey debut. Raj, did you enjoy seeing Rousey in the ring? She looked good.
I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I expected. Well, I didn't actually expect to see what I saw, but she handled her business, man. She came in there. She looked good. She looked rough and tough. Stephanie, of course, always does her thing. She's always, trying to play the villain role, and she does a wonderful job at it. And that's Crevonte like Charlotte's entrance, but my goodness, man, that Triple H and Stephanie entrance. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to go check it out on the network. That was hands down fantastically done. The production was wonderful. The motorcycles that they was riding on was excellent. I mean, it just looked phenomenal. No pun to AJ. It just looked phenomenal. But the match itself was wonderful to see, man. Ronda has to still work on a couple of things, but going forward, she should be fine. She should be definitely fine.
D, you were giving out ratings last night. We go to the D's notebook because we call you the Russian judge.
It dragged early, but it picked up. When it picked up, it did well.
Oh, business picked up.
Yes, it did. Oh, barbecue sauce. Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, JR.
I don't know what that means.
But I give it.
Barbecue sauce up on the day, huh?
Oh yes.
What are we talking about?
Top it to the $2 steak.
Hey, what the
Hey, speaking of steak, baby.
Oh God.
my steak.
Oh God.
But go ahead,
God.
we won't get too much off topic.
8 out of 10. I give the match last night. Ronda and Stephanie and Triple H. Everybody whining about how the McMahon's getting these matches at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam or whatever, but they know how to put people over.
Yes, they do.
And by God, they did it well last night. Ronda Rousey looked great. Kurt Angle, looked a little, out of shape. He looked like you can tell he don't wrestle often anymore. But hey, it was still good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed Triple H getting manhandled by Ronda Rousey. I thought it was definitely good.
Hilarious. Very, very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Dre, did you enjoy it?
In the words of my boy Brian Waters, this has been the best WrestleMania of all time.
Oh, come on now.
Wait a minute now.
Hands down, man.
Come
Hands
on.
down.
I mean,
Hands down.
from the opening match to the very end, I mean, I think that every wrestler did well. All the matches were great. Maybe the last two were a little questionable. Okay, I give you that. But I think that. Oh, we got a caller online too.
Oh, this might be the round, baby. I think this is the round.
On Flex Zone.
Hey, I got word that somebody's over here talking about some wrestling or something like that.
Oh, right on cue.
We got two on the line.
We got two. We might have to bring in. Is your tag team partner with you?
Wait, is there somebody else coming too? What's this about?
Oh, we're going to have to merge you in. Bear with us.
Bear with us.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh, testify.
Right home. Let's head to the house, baby.
Oh, snap.
We got to merge you in. I think your tag team partner's on the other line.
All right, great.
There we go. There we go.
Is this the wrestling round on the Flex Zone?
Hey, now it's a party.
Oh boy. What's up, fellas? It's always a pleasure to have you. It was great having y'all last night. Feel free to jump in, your thoughts on the night and everything that went down, including seeing Crevonte.
No, man, for me, I'm saying right now, that was the highlight of my night. When I don't care who's wrestling on the screen, when Crevonte walked through that door, and I said, okay, this brother said to Joe WrestleMania with us. I knew it was gonna be a great night.
That's right.
I had fun, man. I really had fun, man.
Yeah, I feel good.
I never thought all the time me and Crevonte was studying TV production classes together. That was George WrestleMania. So that was the highlight of the night.
I tried to tell you.
I'm glad I can help. Glad I can help, guys. Definitely had fun.
But they said I was reaching a little bit when I said that this was the best WrestleMania that I've seen.
I mean, I don't think it's too much of a reach. Like I said, when you look at it in terms of what the show was and how it delivered, I think it's probably one of the best cards that they put together. It's one of the first, like I was telling D last night, I said it's one of the first shows where we're not getting a rock show, we're not getting a DJ coming out to spin some tunes in the middle of the show. Like we got a lot of good wrestling matches out there, and I think it was I think the talent that they have currently on the roster really showed up to really make a name for themselves, and of course New Orleans was definitely hot for it. So I mean, I don't think it's too much of a stretch, Drake.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Everybody loves 17. Everybody, that seems to be the internet's favorite WrestleMania. But what I saw last night, if you go back and look at 17, a lot of those matches early on didn't really get you hyped up the way those first 5 matches last night got you hyped up. And my gosh, like I said, to me the match of the night was the women's match. It was a beautiful match. But even which a lot of times when you have triple threat matches and fatal 4-way matches kind of that close together, it's kind of hard to really, to keep you invested and entertained with both of them. And I thought they did a great job with that last night.
Well, we were talking about Rousey's debut. I guess we'll get your thoughts on it, fellas. What you think of Rousey in the ring?
I think she showed up and she did an excellent job. I mean, from what we saw previously, a lot of people kind of poking fun of her because she looked like a deer in the headlights for the most part because they didn't think, that she really was going to make this transition very well from the octagon to the squared circle. But, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised that when she showed up and the lights were on, I mean, I think she just felt the roar of the crowd and that experience of being a professional wrestler on the biggest stage that there is when it comes to the sport. I mean, I think she really showed up and she entertained the fans in a way that nobody really was expecting. I mean, she looked like she belonged there. I mean, for someone that's never really wrestled, that was her first wrestling match ever. And for her to capitalize on a number of different things in the squared circle, not only the physical aspect, but also the psychology of what she has to do to make it look so, to make the experience real. You know what I mean? And she put on a great show. And, I mean, of course, she had an amazing supporting cast. She's in there with Hall of Famers and Kurt Angle and Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. But that to be her first match, I mean, I really enjoyed it, though. She did a great job.
I guess we can.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, I was just to say, pretty much, absolutely. And the thing is, one thing I saw with her was you could tell she's a fan of the business. Right there, she said this was her dream, and it proved it last night.
Well, I guess looking forward, WrestleMania is kind of the reset button in the WWE, kind of like a new season. With you guys' expertise with the, what they call the Superstar Shakeup?
Superstar Shake-Up, Spanish, Mago, whatever it is. Anyway.
With all the stuff that's coming in a few weeks, I guess here on the Flex Zone, what is the wrestling realm predicting that's going to happen next moving forward from you guys?
I'd say for the most part, it's going to be an influx of either new talent and returning talent. The Monday after WrestleMania is always one of the another fun aspect to sort of cap off the week. You see a lot of your favorite superstars either returning to the ring in some capacity, or a lot of your favorite superstars in developmental, finally making their main roster debut. And I think that makes it exciting for fans because you get a lot of new matchups, a lot of new opportunities for a lot of different people to come in, and it kind of freshens things up. It keeps the product from getting stale. So, if my prediction, of course, you're going to get a ton of call-ups, and you're going to see a couple of surprise faces make their way back to the WWE.
Man, I mean, already you have some people who have come out tonight for Raw, some shockers.
Ember Moon.
Yeah,
Ember Moon, Bobby
Bobby
Lashley,
Lashley.
Jose.
I think Bobby was the most expected return.
It was.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been towards the main event, but
Samoa Joe's back.
Of course, my favorite was Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe returning. pretty much calling out Roman was one of the highlights for me. I mean, it just literally happened not too long ago. But Samoa Joe's probably been one of my favorite guys that's sort of come into WWE recently and making an impact. And it was unfortunate that he got injured before the Royal Rumble and all the other festivities, and he wasn't there to be at Mania. But I'm looking for him to make a major impact now that he's back on Monday Night Raw.
Brian and Dwayne, how about the Authors of Pain coming up to get inserted in the tag teams on Raw? How you think that's going to be?
I think the biggest shocker for me was what I saw at the end of the match. AOP are a giant tag team. I mean, these are two big behemoths. I mean, they're going to cause immediate problems. I think a lot of times, early on in their careers, people looked at their size and assumed that they're still going to be automatic callers, but they've been well trained, they've been seasoned, and I think I look for them to make an immediate impact. But they left their manager behind. I mean, I think from a wrestling standpoint, you ask, can they have the same success on the main roster without Paul Ellering? We're talking about a Hall of Fame manager who managed the Road Warriors, probably the greatest tag team of all time. Mm-hmm. And they pretty much dropped him at the end of the match. They walked away from him.
Dwayne,
yes, sir.
2 questions, man. Where does Roman Reigns go from here?
Okay, Roman.
Oh boy.
What I'm noticing this time is that this Monday after WrestleMania is the first time that I've seen a legitimate vulnerability in Roman Reigns. You say, what do I mean? Okay, the biggest problem that myself and a lot of older fans have with Roman Reigns is he comes off so unstoppable, but he does not sell it well. I'm sorry. You're not going to buy nothing for anybody that can't sell what they're trying to sell to you well. But he looks vulnerable. He came out and he admitted that he got his butt handed to him. And he said and complaining like, you're not going to keep putting me in these matches because at the end of the day, I'm going to come out as the winner. And everybody's like, really? He looks scared. And I think we're going to finally see the downfall of Roman because it's what the fans want. This dude is pouring his heart out. And the fans are cheering about the fact that he's talking about his failures. I think the problem is, he's come off so unstoppable. The fans like, you're not going to shove this guy down our proverbial throats and assume that, he's something that he's not. So I think we see a very vulnerable side of Roman Reigns.
Okay.
If I could add on to that point, one of the things I noticed afterwards was after we saw that vulnerable side, then Joe comes out there and he just looks like, oh man, I gotta go against him too. Like
Exactly.
And you see Samoa Joe, and we already know what Samoa Joe can do in the ring. I mean, he was the first guy to be Shinsuke for the title, the NXT title. So when he looked at Roman, and Roman, the hair, pulled back to the ponytail, he's got the lump on his head. Like you said, the way he said, he looks vulnerable. So it's like, oh boy, now you're going to get Samoa Joe. It's like, all right, so you got to go with Brock Lesnar, and then you got to go with Samoa Joe after. He looks like he's in trouble.
Second question is for Brian. What did you think about your favorite wrestler coming back last night?
Oh my!
Yeah.
I think he heard
What
you.
was it? I just heard you say the favorite.
What do you
Daniel Bryan? What did you think about his comeback last night, Brian?
Oh, I thought the comeback was great. Maybe, and just being that guy right now, I probably like, why was he out the ring so long? He was out there 7 minutes. But other than that, it was a great moment. I love, we saw the crowd control with the yes chants. We saw when he finally got tagged in, how he slowly got back in the ring. He's looking at these guys like, you guys know what I've been through. And then you tried to take me out and put me right back on the show. And then when I come out here and try to have my moment before the match, you try to take me out again. So he just watching him, he said we will get a different Daniel Bryan, and I really believe we will. And, hopefully we won't see too much of the dives over the suicide dives as much. But, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, last but not least, before we get y'all out of here, how was that wonderful steak?
Oh, man. Listen, man.
Murder,
I
she
said last
ate.
night, Raj is always talking about this. Jimmy, see, everybody knows his history when it comes to this steak. He's always taking pictures of it and he's doing videos, and I'm like, come on, man, it can't be that good. And I went there last night, and I finally ordered myself some steak from Jimmy Seafood. And as I sliced into it, I knew something magical was starting to happen because I felt the aroma start to tap into something buzzing on the inside of my brain. And it was,
Oh, yes. Testify.
Yeah.
when I dug those utensils into that steak and I cut it open, I looked at it and I said, man, this didn't need steak sauce or nothing. It's just dripping in its own juices. And I took a bite. My whole life changed. I literally grabbed my waist and said, excuse me, this is excellent and I don't know what to do with myself. And I went back and I continued to go to business on the stage. Raj, I apologize to you, brother, because you've been gassing up, and I was hating on you. I said, come on, they can't be that good. He's doing too much. I was wrong, and you were right, brother. That steak from Jimmy Seafood is probably the best steak I've ever had, and I'm not exaggerating.
I told you, man. I told you something about that steak at Jimmy Seafood, man.
Hey,
It's something they put up in there.
Gotta ask Waters.
You know, it was my duty this morning to go on their Twitter and let Jimmy Seafood know that it was Herringmore who told me about it. It was my duty to let them know. Look, your number one customer just made a customer out of me. And it was worth every bit of it. It was so that I had to tell my mama about that. And
That's right. Somebody called your mama. Call about that steak.
Hey, yo.
You know, Roger, every time guys says, you want to know who's next? That steak was next last night.
Exactly.
Man, fellas, man, it was entertaining having y'all there. Overall, especially me and Dwayne going back and forth about who's gonna give the waitress the biggest tip and whatnot. Man, it was it was classic, man.
Yeah, you kept ordering stuff, man. I was running out of gas, man.
He made me feel like I was the $1 million man.
Well, I just want to say to you fellas, you know, I was happy that y'all came out along with, you know, Antonio, Dante, and Carlos and the rest of the crew. I'm glad y'all had a great time. I'm glad y'all actually ordered some good food on the menu this time. And I hope to see y'all at more
SummerSlam.
events.
SummerSlam. Come on out.
look, I have to say this. Man. You know, I was hoping to be there this year. I wasn't even making it. This was better than being there. Yeah, I said it, being there with y'all. And hopefully, for WrestleMania 35, we'll all be there together.
There we go.
Great.
Well, tell the folks at home how they can keep up with the wrestling realm and you guys' great product that y'all put out.
Bryce, that's your cue.
Okay. Well, you know, make sure you tune into the Wrestling Realm at Wrestling Realm on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher at The Wrestling Realm. And make sure you check out the podcast coming out with a new episode this Wednesday. Break it down with Brian H. because I'm going dig deep into everything.
We appreciate y'all.
There it is.
You'll get back to watching Raw. We appreciate y'all stepping off the porch for the Flex Zone last night. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us, man. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure,
Always
guys.
a pleasure.
All right, guys.
Take care, fellas.
All right.
Holla, holla, holla.
So many matches last night. Shout out to the wrestling realm. We're gonna run through some of them. And did you have anything else on Ronda Rousey? Or you good?
I mean, only thing I can say is she looked great. That was one of the most entertaining matches actually of the night and one of my favorites. Definitely makes my my top 3 of the night for real. I mean, I was impressed by her ring skills overall for her first match being at WrestleMania with you have a Hall of Famer Kurt Angle with a future Hall of Famer in Triple H. Stephanie McMahon, who only gets better and better. Ring work, mic work, everything that Stephanie does. I mean, she's incredible to see her from where she first came to where she is now. And then for Ronda Rousey to be able to be in that atmosphere, that environment, and to put on a show the way that they did was truly remarkable, especially at a WrestleMania of this magnitude.
And also to Dre's point, this is Stephanie McMahon's first WrestleMania match ever.
Which is
Which is
insane.
unbelievable to hear because you used to her being in so many matches, but she hadn't been at that stage. And for her to perform the way she did last night, too, was magnificent. And taking out the armbar tonight was even better.
Oh boy.
Right?
Oh, man. But you know what? That crowd tonight, man.
That crowd is hot.
That crowd
I
was
love it.
just so brutal towards
Oh,
Stephanie.
I love that crowd.
But hey, at least they were alive.
Well, we're gonna run through some of these matches. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ wins, but we got a turn, D.
You know, I always say a nice turn helps, and Shinsuke getting that low blow south of the border.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I don't think nobody expected that. I think we expected AJ to retain, but not Shinsuke to
not the heel
do
turn.
what he did.
That was unbelievable.
And I think he needs that. It gives his personality a little more twist. And him and AJ is going to probably battle throughout the next couple months.
Oh, that was Rick James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Mac Jackson
I like Rick. I thought he's more of a Rick, more of Rick James than Mike, but
Yeah.
his moves wasn't quite Michael-ish. But I saw a little Rick James in.
And the match was building up, but I think a lot of people was disappointed because it wasn't like it was in the Tokyo Dome. When
They wore those boys
6
out,
stars.
as you said.
Yeah,
And
boy.
wrestling for 45 minutes, man.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
but
I think, yeah.
but I think it still did what it's supposed to do because there's more to tell. So we gotta be patient with
You're
this.
right. I think and I think another thing is the style of match that they had. I think people were expecting a bunch of high flying, kicking out of like 8 finishers. Unlike the Brock and Roman match.
We'll get to that.
Not every match needs all that. I thought that the way that AJ beat Shinsuke was phenomenal, as always. I thought that the match had a great pace, hard hitting, and I think that. Like you said, D, it was storytelling because WrestleMania is set up to go into the next season. What's going to happen next, and I think that these two will have a feud moving forward. I'm looking forward to it, and then just like Sami Zayn needed a turn, I think Shinsuke needed that too because after a while you can get kind of stale, especially the fact that you have so many faces, on SmackDown. When you have somebody like an AJ Styles, Rusev, who's
becoming a face? Yeah, he's gonna be a face eventually.
You guys brought up the point that the Usos,
New Day.
there.
I think the Usos and Naomi's coming to Raw. I think that switch next week they're gonna come to Raw. I think Finn Balor and them's gonna go to SmackDown. I wouldn't be shocked Randy Orton goes to Raw also. Just get him a fresh coat of paint.
Well, we saw Brock Lesnar, as Dre likes to see,
Demolished.
beat the heck
Demolished.
out of Roman Reigns.
Demolished.
Dre said he was going to win,
Demolished.
and he did it, Dre.
Demolished.
Yeah.
To Dwayne's point when they called in, seeing Roman kick out and finish it, man, it's not believable. It's like Vince was in the back saying, "Dang it, I gotta make Roman look strong, even though Brock's resigning. I gotta make Roman look strong."
No,
It's
do
like,
the Vince McMahon voice.
God darn it, I gotta make him look strong. I need you to beat him, but I need him to kick out of every finisher you got.
I mean, it was to the point. Yes, Crevonte, it was goofiness because
It
it got to the
was
point where it wasn't believable. I
Right.
mean,
This dude got F5 through a table and everything. Still kicked out. Man, you
got-
kidding
he
He
me?
was
got-
bleeding profusely.
You know, Brock had to-
He was bleeding heavily in the ring.
Brock had to,
Yeah, there you go.
he
open him up.
It took what 6 F5s?
Yeah.
I mean, that.
Come on.
How believable is that you kick out of 6? I mean, even Undertaker kicked. I mean,
But-
it took 3 to take the Undertaker down. It took what 2 to get John Cena down.
See,
I mean,
this is why I can't call it the best WrestleMania of all time. Why was they trying to appease both Brock and Roman Reigns? I mean, the crowd is like, will you just take the pin? Can you? I mean, you getting F5 all throughout the building. Just take the pin. There was no need to bury Roman like that. It was no need to do it like that. I thought it was done completely wrong. It was a brutal match, but I just feel like, as Dwayne said when he was on the phone, they're just trying to really destroy Roman Reigns now.
I think.
And to Roger's point, Mike, quick,
go ahead.
John, and cut you off, but to his point, it's like you told the story for the past year that Roman's going to get his redemption. He's going to beat Brock. He's going up to the mountaintop. Usually the babyface at WrestleMania usually gets that happy ending, but not this time.
And he swerved us.
It kind of made that year build like, man, that was kind of a waste.
No, I mean, I like it that Roman isn't going to get that. I mean, because for the past couple of years, he's beaten every obstacle in his way at WrestleMania. He's overcome it. I like it that this is for the first time he's got that underdog role. He's like, okay, this is somebody that I'm not able to beat, and I think that, like I said, I don't think that match should have closed the show, but I think that it helped both parties, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
I don't know if it helped Roman. He didn't have to get manhandled like that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He had to get manhandled. Everybody who faces Brock Lesnar,
But we don't
like
mind
that,
getting manhandled and just losing.
But just to wrap it up though, I think that you had to do something like that. I think you had to appease both parties. I think you did.
I don't think you
Roger,
appeased
just
nobody,
because,
to be honest with you.
Because I mean, you got Brock Lesnar and his ego. You've got Roman Reigns, who is the guy. You know, now he's got somewhat of an ego. So I think that match, you had to do something like that. But I don't agree with the whole kicking out of. It took that many of your finishers to put them down. That's the only part of the match that I didn't like. Other than that, though, I think that the match they actually did have a good pace, and that overall, like, it probably
Complete
was.
goofiness. Complete goofiness.
It was. I think it was actually better this time than it was the first match.
I thought Brock looked a little sloppy early. He got into it in the middle of the match, but early he looked sloppy.
Well, Dre, I know you like this one, so we'll run through a little bit quicker. Nia Jax gets over the hump finally.
Finally, it's about damn time. Nia, congrats to you, baby. Hold on.
Yes.
I hope you hold on to that belt.
For all the sisters out there.
Yes.
Keep
all
keep
them-
believing. Keep believing.
All them
and things do
BBWs.
come true.
Oh, we love the BBWs. Hit the flex
I'm
zone.
just saying. She represented them well last night. Tell you.
Hey, look, Dre loves them. We love them. Shout out
we
to
do.
all of them.
You know,
Shout
I
out to
love
him.
I like my girl.
Subscribe now to the
BBW.
Flex Zone, by the way.
Probably the match of the night. Probably the match of the night. The
Not
Queen,
even gonna do this.
one of the best entrances. Charlotte Flair, who probably, like Waters said last night, the best women's wrestler of all time, finally is ready for Oscar.
This was the best match on the card last night for these two awesome women. Last night Charlotte Flair proved that
she better than Rick.
she is
Rick in the
better than
ring.
Slick Rick. She is better. And Oscar
boy.
proved that she is one of the best workers in the company, male or female, and some of the moves they was doing in that match, my goodness, that entrance in Charlotte, and then
Yes, I agree.
then at the end, it's too bad Oscar lost the streak. I didn't expect her to lose it like that, but if it's gonna lose to somebody, lose it to the best woman
To the Queen.
in the game
And
today.
this is why this match should have definitely been last, because Asuka and Charlotte put on a hell of a show. I mean, they did, and they did all this work, for women to have their empowerment movement from the Royal Rumble to a Hell in a Cell to
Elimination
an
Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. The best way to accommodate all these things was to have the women close WrestleMania, and that's one reason why this can't be one of the forever top WrestleManias, because I think they dropped the ball on that.
I think
think they
both
want to
I think
change.
both women's title matches were really good, especially the Charlotte Flair and Asuka match. I do agree that match could have closed the show, but I think that moving forward, it's definitely the right step in the right direction. And one day I do see the women closing the show, though this would have been the time to do it with Flair and Asuka.
They didn't want to take that chance, but at some point you gotta pull that trigger.
I mean, I know Rick was somewhere in the back crying when he seen the
Oh,
entrance,
boy.
though. He had to be. That was beautiful. Beautiful.
He might have been crying because she better than him. But anyway.
Oh no, he admits it. He admits it. He admits it.
SmackDown Tag Champions, Bludgeon Brothers. Any surprise?
No, sadly,
Nope.
we can keep going.
Yeah. Yes.
I saw pure dominance. That's one thing I tell
It
you.
was.
Pure
It was.
dominance.
One of the reasons I got the hat on, because I thought that the Usos would have took it.
Nah.
As Crevonte said, for dominance.
Pure
On the Raw side, never dominance. We saw Braun Strowman and Nicholas, who actually they relinquished the titles, D.
Yeah, they
They
dropped-
dominated the
dropped
bar.
titles tonight.
They broke the bar.
I've never seen a child get picked from the crowd to be a tag team partner and win the championship.
That was disappointing. I commend the kid. He's actually one of the referee's sons. I commend him for being out there, but I know they wanted to keep some surprise for the night, but we could have had it. We could have had even the James Ellsworth something.
Just let Braun fight by himself.
You build up to this surprise, and then
Give Braun the
I
belt.
say it should have been nobody.
Exactly.
and then for the bar, they've done well for them to be in that kind of role. I know it's before the main show, but
Yes, Omar. I'm staying. Yes, Omar. I'm here for the segment. And and everything that comes with it.
that's right.
Oh, boy.
All the goofiness.
Well, on the Fatal 4-Way, your boy Raj.
Hey.
Go ahead. Jinder Mahal got it done, baby.
The modern day Maharaja.
He now take
It's
over the
another
U.S.
Mappa,
Still here.
Raja.
Yes,
I can't believe
he
we're still
takes
doing
over
this.
another belt. He I mean, people don't really like him. Larry said last week that he can't stand him, and that's okay. But I mean, I think he's gonna do well with the title. I don't think he's gonna hold it for very long, because I still think Rusev is gonna get the title. But congrats to Jinder Mahal. He's worked hard this past year and a half, and we got another call.
Another caller.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to the Flex Zone.
This is Uncle Thomas here.
Oh, boy.
All right, you got 2 minutes. What's up?
All right, I never thought I'll see the day to see my man Crevonte Hurd watching WrestleMania. This is amazing.
Yes,
You the star of this whole thing.
I don't even
You
know.
are a star.
Mr. Hurd, Crevonte, my man.
Yes,
What
yes.
do you think about WrestleMania?
I was thoroughly.
And-
I will not,
Dwayne.
Dwayne. No, Dwayne, I'm not.
Wait a
But
minute.
Omar. But for Omar, I liked it. I enjoyed myself. Good time, good food, good people. But what I came to see, and I was happy for, was Ronda Rousey. I mean, her downfalls and all the goofiness we seen from her, for her to triumph like that for WrestleMania 34, it was good.
You know what? You know what, Omar? Before we go though, I think Crevonte.
No,
has
we don't have
embraced- I think Crevonte has embraced it.
No, that's not a
We
thing.
gotta
Dwayne,
we
that's
gotta
not a
get
thing.
One more time,
No, wait,
baby.
we don't have to.
Let's do it.
We don't.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I
Yes.
think Crevonte embraced it now. If he embraced it back in the Attitude Era, oh boy.
You gotta,
Right,
turn, you gotta turn your sound around, Crevonte. You gotta turn around.
Oh, that's how goofy it was.
He's
Crevonte, you talking about good stuff? I mean, good stuff.
You would have loved the Attitude Era, no doubt.
I love the Attitude Era. Hey, I think Crevonte got a new female wrestler. You like Naomi, Sasha Banks.
Hey man, listen, y'all know why I'm here. You know, I'm here for all of
I
that.
think you like Ember Moon too. That just debuted.
Ember Moon?
Yeah.
And who is JoJo? Who was that?
The ring announcer.
Ring
Yeah,
Boy.
absolutely. I want her there
Hey, Crevonte,
at every show I see.
Hey, Crevonte, I got video with you to see the WWE Network so you can start catching up on things like it's Game of Thrones.
Embrace that network, man.
I will.
Hey,
First month is free.
We'll set that up. Thank you, Uncle Thomas, Omar, whatever it is.
Whoever you want to be, brother.
Uncle Omar.
Hey, I'm taking the phone away from Uncle Thomas because he's acting like a fool for past times he called here. So I'm taking control of this right now.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right.
All right,
All
man.
right. Good one. All right.
All right, keep an open
See you,
mind.
brother.
Oh.
All right. We gotta keep it moving.
The low blow.
Intercontinental Championship, no record. Dre, Seth Rollins, my boy, gets it done.
What a match.
That was a hell of a match. The most
What a
highlighted match.
match. What a match.
I mean, overall, yes, it was a good match, but I'm just disappointed. I wanted to wear my Miz shirt today.
No, you
Well,
did, man. but
I wanted
the man's gonna be all right. He gonna be all
But you
right.
know what?
He'll get
Seth Rollins actually, worked for this. He actually was in a gauntlet match, about a month ago, where he
Ooh,
showcased his skills. So yeah, he deserved the belt.
With the Game of Thrones. look.
Omar said that you're going to get it, man.
Hopefully, I'll get open mind. But anyway,
Oh, no!
Cedric-
Okay.
We got
Cedric
you,
Alexander.
Omar. We'll take care of
Cedric
this off air.
Alexander
Oh, my
finally overcame and won a belt. D.
Props
Your boy
to,
got it done.
yes, he did. Props to Cedric Alexander getting it done, getting on the mountaintop of 205 Live. I don't know much
No boy.
if you can
Oh,
say
come
about
on,
that,
man.
but hey, Triple H is doing well on the show. I'm going to watch it tomorrow night. I'm going to start watching again since he's
Oh boy. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. We saw the return
They're
of Daniel
fighting
Bryan,
as
Shane
they're fighting
McMahon.
as we speak now.
Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon win.
Wham, bam.
Hey, Daniel Bryan was excellent in his comeback match at WrestleMania. Hats off to him. I didn't think he was going to be able to do what he did, but he looked great, man. Sky's the limit for Daniel Bryan and the rest of his career. Hopefully he stays healthy. Godspeed. I congratulated you on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Keep it moving.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
chill. Dwayne, chill. All right, chill out, man. Chill out, man.
You can't help it, man.
I got to
Chill
love
out.
the comments, man. I just want the
Man,
comments
read one of
right
them
now
joints,
again,
man. Read one of them joints.
Comments
to
are-
us.
All right, so I guess I'll read those because I don't want Byron to read it. Dwayne said, "I'm glad you said it, Byron, because I've been waiting for Open Mind for 5 years. We haven't even been in production that long. We haven't even been in production
Dwayne,
that
baby,
long.
my man.
We haven't even been in production that long.
But,
Ah,
Apparently, it's coming this year, so we'll see.
And Dwayne continues to laugh at me. I don't know why. It's just all types of goofiness is going on.
I know we got to get to y'all segment with the NFL. I was just going to say real quick, though, that Daniel Bryan, you talk about a comeback story. Man, that's the story. That may be the story of the year, man.
yeah.
I mean,
It
that's
is.
that's just all sports too. I mean, you can't script this WrestleMania any better than that, man.
Well, the Battle Royals on the pre-show that D loves, Naomi, and your boy, Matt Hardy. You
Delete!
called it right.
Delete!
Yes,
Delete!
delete that, man.
No.
Hey.
Him and Bray Wyatt's gonna win them tag
They're
belts.
going to win the belts.
They're
That's
gonna win
right.
the tag belts.
Naomi.
And you heard it here
Naomi,
first from D.
That's the one. Yes, you deserve it.
Naomi,
You deserve it.
I,
you look good, baby. Good
I'm
job.
gonna say this because they build the Bailey Sasha storylines up so much. We did not have a payoff. That's a little disappointing.
They
I ain't gonna-
swerved us.
That's a
again.
little disappointing.
Multiple times. last night.
That's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that wraps up WrestleMania.
It is.
We'll be talking soon. But shout out to Jimmy's again for that steak.
Hold up. Before you wrap it up, shout out to all the Hall of Famers that got into the WWE Hall of Fame
Sure.
on Friday. Goldberg, Mark Henry, Jeff Jarrett,
Yeah, who's the little kid?
the little.
Oh, the little
He was amazing.
Ivory. Shout out.
That was
Shout
the
out.
Warrior Award. They give the Warrior Award to
Oh yeah.
I guess they picked
Jonas
the Warrior
Jackson.
Award.
Something. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Like folks has been through something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Through
the
it.
folks that's been through.
He
something,
was
they
out there
give him an
killing it
award
too.
to.
He was. He was moving.
Oh boy.
And the
But
Dudleys.
And the Dudley
and the
boys.
Dudley boys, they put him through the table.
The Goofy Boys.
Yes, the Goofy Boys. But yes, shout out to all the Hall of Famers that made it. Ivory and Hillbilly Jim.
After the break, it's NFL draft time on the Flex Zone. Byron and Crevonte will be right back.
Hey guys, find me a permanent marker.
Delete.
Permanent marker, please. One of you guys, please. Permanent marker.
From the marker.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I got a pen.
Intermission.
It's a halftime.
It's the halftime.
Halftime.
Oh man.
We're back on the Flex Zone here. It's that time of year again.
It is.
Time people like us love. It's that time. Weather's getting nice outside.
Yep.
It is April. This time a little bit later as usual. Getting close to May.
Yep.
NFL draft, Crevonte, and we're up here. Us two doing what we do best, talking NFL draft.
Ah yes.
And a lot of moving parts so far, and we're still about 3 weeks away. A lot of trades, a lot of things going on. But we're going to talk about the first 10 here on the Flex Zone and kind of give some insight of what we think is going to happen. I'll look on the draft as we get into it.
I guess I think it's going to be a lot of quarterbacks. It's going to be a lot of quarterbacks to go in the honestly the top 10. I see potential 4, going in the top 10. We have Sam Darnold, we have Josh Rosen, Baker Mayfield, even Josh Allen, and hopefully Lamar Jackson finds his way in there too. But this is a really quarterback heavy draft, at least at the top half.
Well, for those who may be under a rock, could you just read down the order of the top 10? Probably not what it was at the end of the season.
Yo, it's a little different. Okay, so we had number 1, we have the Cleveland Browns.
No surprise there.
Number 2, New York Giants. Number 3, New York Jets. In a trade. That was they traded with the Indianapolis Colts, who now have the number 6 pick. Number 4, Cleveland Browns again. With number 5, Denver Broncos. Of course, 6, Indianapolis Colts. 7, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 8, Chicago Bears. Number 9, your guy, San Francisco 49ers, led by Jimmy G, who just got broke off.
Woo,
And last but not least, at number 10, the Oakland Raiders.
and see what John Gruden does up there. But starts number 1, and you said it. Cleveland can't mess us up. 2
They
top
can't.
5 picks.
They can't mess it up. I mean, they have a track record of showing that they mess these things up, but they can't mess this up. But they actually have a non-baseball guy as the GM. I think this will help. John Dorsey he's been making moves already. I mean, I've seen him single-handedly put an offense together in a week. Number 1, I think, well, this is what I think. What I think they should do. I think they should get Saquon Barkley at 1, but I think they're gonna try to get him at 4. So I'm gonna say Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, can't miss guy right here. Has a lot of intangibles. Really good outside the pocket. He's a leader. He's definitely a leader, and yeah, a pretty accurate guy as well.
Look good in the ring.
And also, he doesn't have to play. Doesn't have to play year 1, which is always good.
That is always good. Today's NFL, as you said, John Dorsey probably already going for executive of the year.
Oh yeah, already, absolutely. I mean, like I said, both I say in February, this was looking real bleak for them. I mean, adding Jarvis Landry, Tyrod Taylor, they just getting it together. They're really getting it together. I like it. I like where they're going.
Two, a team you don't root for, but you're familiar with.
New York Giants. New York Giants.
A lot of options here.
I'm praying. Yeah, they go a number of ways. They just let go Jason Pierre-Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Eli's at the end of his rope.
37 years old, I believe.
Saquon Barkley is available. I'm praying as a Washington Redskins fan that they do not pick Saquon Barkley because I don't want to see him twice a year. I'm hoping they go either Bradley Chubb or probably a quarterback because it's a quarterback league, quarterback-driven league. Josh Rosen is definitely there. I think he's probably the second best quarterback in this draft. He doesn't quite have the same intangibles as Sam Darnold, but big-time arm. He's probably the most pro-ready as far as, athletic-wise and actually a passer of the ball. But I don't know. I feel like when the tough gets going, I think he will also get going. I think he's definitely not ready to start. He's definitely going to have to lay back maybe 1, maybe 2 years behind Eli. I think that will work for him. But I don't know if he's ready for the New York limelight. It's a lot. It's a lot to endure.
Speaking of New York limelight, it continues as we go from New York Giants to the New York Jets.
Well,
they got to be going quarterback.
When you move up from out of the top 5 to into the top 5, it has to be quarterback. They may even depend on what the Giants do. What the Giants do here is really important for the Jets because I can see Josh Rosen going there as well. But if Josh Rosen goes 2, I think Josh Allen will go there at 3. Or then again, who knows? They may shake it up and go Baker Mayfield. Will he go that high? Should he go that high? Probably not.
Mayfield in Manhattan.
In Manhattan, it's Broadway. Broadway again. Are we going? Is that what we're doing? Broadway again? Hey, I'm just saying, man. I definitely think they're going quarterback either Josh Allen or Josh Rosen, depending on who's available. But in mine, I have Josh Allen. Definitely the biggest arm. Definitely by far the biggest arm in the draft.
Probably the highest riser too. Just
shoot. He honestly shot up out of nowhere. The combine really took him. I mean, he was basically like he threw 70 yards just for the fun of it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I just think that he just has a lot of hiccups in his passing. Like I say, about every 1 out of every 10, he has a what was that Josh move?
Completion percentage pretty low.
Yeah. So 3. Top 1, 2, 3, quarterback.
So 4 with the Browns, they can go anywhere they want to go.
They can go absolutely anywhere. They can pick the best defensive player available, which could be Minkah Fitzpatrick, Bradley Chubb, or they could pick the next best offensive option, Saquon Barkley. Man, I mean, you want to talk about solidifying your offense because the Browns also picked up Carlos Hyde in the offseason, but I think you can't. Saquon Barkley, you can't miss on this guy. I mean, they're saying he's better than Ezekiel Elliott.
That's saying a lot.
That's saying a whole lot.
I don't know if I saw that, but
I don't know if I
You're
saw
Ohio
that.
State guy.
I don't know. I don't think so. But he has a lot of the same qualities that Ezekiel Elliott has. And he blocks. And he catches the ball.
And returns, too.
Not bad at all. Cleveland, you go either way, but you can't miss on this one. Can't miss on that 4.
Broncos. Could be an interesting thing. What does John Elway and the crew do? What do you think they do?
Broncos, they need a quarterback. Honestly, they really need a quarterback. But the way my draft is, my mock draft had just set up 1, 2, 3 all quarterbacks. I don't know if they reach for a Mason Rudolph or Baker Mayfield at this point. I think they just probably either try to trade back or go the next best defensive player available and either Bradley Chubb or Minkah Fitzpatrick. On here, I went Bradley Chubb.
With Von Miller? Woo.
I mean,
not bad.
Listen, man, you got 2 bookends.
Yeah.
I mean, because look what the Chargers are doing.
Bosa, Melvin Ingram. And when they did win the Super Bowl, they had Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware.
Look at that. They could get back to the old defensive ways. John, and I think Elway will not reach. As a quarterback, he can't reach. Obviously the top 3 guys, you can't. If they're all gone 1, 2, 3, you can't reach for a quarterback at that point. Just take the best defensive player available while you still have Von Miller, who is still young, and get after the passer.
Yes, definitely. And as we keep it moving to number 6, the Colts kind of sitting pretty here as well.
The Colts once again in a really good spot. They moved out of the third, got it, pick up a couple of nice picks, and still have a pretty good, really pretty to have another good spot. To get a good player. They go a number of different ways. Mika Fitzpatrick is available, but I think they're gonna switch it up this time. We all know the woes of Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck needs protection.
Lots of it.
Now this Quentin Nelson guy,
Saying
the
he's
guard,
good.
they're saying
They
he's.
put him in the Hall of Fame already.
I'm saying they said we ain't seen nothing like this since. Gosh, I don't.
Last 20 years, maybe.
Maybe Alan Faneca. I don't know.
Sheesh.
I don't know. They saying he's
Hoppers.
a once in a decade type of player. I think Andrew Luck would like that.
He would love it. He would love
Get that pass protection together. So next time when he comes back healthy, he can stay healthy.
That's right. And 7, Buccaneers. A lot of ways they can go.
The Buccaneers got a couple nice places they could go. I think they go defense. Mika Fitzpatrick is sitting there. Either him or Derwin James, depending on who you have rated high on your draft board. I have Mika Fitzpatrick here for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Basically, the Bucks are just waiting to see what happens, and whatever falls, the best one they'll take the best one available. Mika Fitzpatrick, Alabama guy. You know I love defensive players from Alabama.
You can do it all.
Literally can do it all.
Yeah.
He can, and you know they're already in that secondary. They have
Hargraves, Brent Grimes.
They're getting it together.
Yeah.
And you know Tampa Bay really does need help on that defensive side of the ball.
And they got JPP, as you said, as well.
Really getting it together.
8, the Bears. Definitely done a lot of offense this offseason. Allen Robinson, amongst others. Got a young quarterback. What do you think they do here?
8. They could go a couple different ways. Like I said, Derwin James is available. I think they go Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward is another good defensive guy who happens to go to the Ohio State. And top
They breed corners.
that I'm telling you, and they
Marshawn
might as well,
Lattimore,
and they might as well. Actually, they breed DBs because Malik Hooker.
Oh yeah, he got hurt last year.
Had 8, but he was having a pretty good
Yeah,
year,
he was.
all whip and
He
tail.
was.
So I mean, the Bears could shore up their secondary with this one, and the top rated guy can't miss on this one.
9, 49ers. I love what they're doing.
I'm reaching. I'm gonna reach.
Go for it.
I'm gonna
Give
reach.
Garoppolo some help, baby.
I'm gonna reach. You just paid Jimmy G.
Gotta get him some help.
Give him a weapon. Take the best wide receiver available at 9. I'm gonna reach it. I'm reaching with this one. Kyle really goes
I
at
like
9.
I'm not mad at that.
Him and Jimmy G handcuffed them two for years to come. And he didn't have any. He really didn't have any receivers
Nope.
last year. Give him Kyle Ridley. He's instantly a top guy. I like it. Come on. And who's at the top? John Lynch over there.
Him and Kyle.
Hey, John Lynch know what he's doing over there, man. I think they'll pull the trigger.
Last but not least, it's the $100 million man, John Gruden and the Raiders. He is definitely shaping the team his way. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about this pick of 10.
Sure. Defense. I think defense. Past couple years, I mean, they got Khalil Mack, a couple other pieces on defense, but they just
Khalil Mack.
Okay, yeah, okay. I tried, Raiders. I tried, baby. Raquan Smith. Between him and I believe Tremaine from Virginia.
Okay.
Probably the two best linebackers out there. They got to show up their defense somehow, some way. Either go in the secondary somewhere, probably the back 7, get some help. Got to get rejuvenated. And I think John Gruden really brings some energy along with Raquan Smith.
Well, that's the first 10 of our ever-going series of our first segment of our mock drafts. Next week, we'll head into the mid-round, going, 11 through 20?
11 through 20, 21,
21,
something like that.
have we figured out.
We'll finagle it somehow, some way.
And actually, next week, the tease. We'll get the local teams. His Redskins, my Ravens. I said the Ravens are a playoff team. He don't know what the heck the Redskins are doing.
8-8. You know me, I'm right there in the middle, 8-8. Like, until I see real improvement, 8-8.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with those two teams. One picking at 13, one picking at 16.
Mm-hmm.
Local teams, what will they do? They're on the clock. NFL draft 3 weeks away, and we'll have more on the Flex Zone. We're going to take a quick break, get the rest of the crew in here, and close out with that rapid fire on the Flex Zone. Once the rest of the crew files back in, we can't forget the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Where the match of the night last night at WrestleMania. Charlotte, Asuka, AJ Styles, Shinsuke, Authority, Rousey and Angle
That's a tough one, but Charlotte and Asuka, man.
stole the show.
I give them a solid 9 out of 10.
From the Russian judge, that means a lot.
Oh, Lord.
Well,
He this guy goes 7, 8, 9. Just give a 10, damn it.
Hey, I get the Undertaker John Cena match. What's that? 6 out of 10?
oh boy. Well, real quick, we just did a little draft segment. Any thoughts on the first 10 picks? Feel free to hop in. Got like a minute.
It's just tough to see what Cleveland's gonna do, man. That's whatever they do at 1 is gonna trickle down, and so many teams need quarterbacks now, man. That's
a fact. I think this is gonna be an all-time high in reaches. I think it's gonna be a lot of guys trying to jump into that top.
Like Roger was doing.
Gonna try to jump into that top 5 or at least the top 10.
You can see 5 or 6 quarterbacks going around 1.
6.
That's
Wow.
crazy, isn't it?
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
For me, I'm just curious to see what the Giants do. I know Crevonte has been really hesitant, saying that please don't select Saquon.
Don't take Barkley, man. Just don't take Barkley.
I'm just that to me tells everything. So we'll see.
The Giants pick is really crucial to how the rest of the draft is gonna go.
It is.
Raj, any thoughts?
No thoughts. I agree with y'all.
You just want to see what the Ravens do.
Exactly.
You ready to
next
slide?
week.
I want a wide receiver or a tight end. That's all I want.
Next week.
Next week,
Well,
you'll see what Crevonte and myself have to say. But
Can't wait.
Sam Donald's gonna be number 1. I told y'all
USC,
that he was gonna be number 1.
the fight.
He
What you
is
call
number
him,
1.
Roger? The what?
Don't
Fighting
you be
trolls?
The
respectful.
fighting goofies.
Nah, I ain't gonna say.
You be respectful too,
I'm gonna be
Crevonte.
respectful.
You gonna be
I apologize
respectful?
for my
Thank you.
outburst.
Okay. All
I
right.
apologize
Well,
for my outburst.
last few minutes of the show. Sadly, the greatest March Madness, or as D calls it, the what,
The Villanova Invitational.
has ended. They are the champions. Real quick thoughts on Villanova, Philly, City of Champions.
Philly doing it up, man.
That's your second home, Dre.
It's becoming, man. It's moving from 3rd to 2nd right
You
now.
know what it is, man. When you drop the Eagles, you
Oh.
lifted the curse. Oh,
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I gotta give you credit, man. You bravo,
You did it.
bravo. What you
I
leaving?
really helped Philadelphia.
What you leaving?
Hey, send this man a
Yeah.
check.
That's right.
Please.
Right.
And a cheesesteak while you at it.
Oh
too.
yes.
So we saw a lot.
Preferably Jim's on South Side.
we saw 16 beat 1. Who was it?
UMBC.
No rag today.
not
Yes,
today.
absolutely
Please
not.
retire that
Okay.
brand.
And you
No,
saw.
no,
Hold
it
on.
was.
Do your song, baby. Sister Jean, she gone.
She is gone. Get out.
Now you be
And
respectful.
you stay out.
Yeah, that's right. Tell her how you feel, dude.
stay out.
And you wanted to stay out.
Tired of you. That's why you got that big L now.
Hey,
Got that
hey.
Michael Jordan looking out. Yes, I loved it.
No,
Yes.
That's rude.
No.
That's rude.
Yes.
Oh
No.
boy.
Yes.
that's
Y'all
right.
had a great run though. Y'all had a
rude.
great run.
And they went over to the Final Four, man.
But
Nah, I
look,
like
they
it.
beat Manchester and K-State. Dang it, it was wrong. It was wrong.
Any
It's
other
not
thoughts?
wrong.
Greatest March Madness ever?
No, Duke didn't win some.
No, boy.
Oh Lord.
The most exciting for the first 2 rounds
Yeah.
I've seen in recent history.
Yeah, you're right.
Facts.
That's right.
Well, will they repeat next year? Is Duke is opening as a favorite? Will they repeat? Villanova will probably be back. Jay Wright doing a hell of a job.
Duke will be back. Of course, the recruits gonna come in
Got like 1900.
like they always do to help Duke. So they're gonna be right back in position to win another national championship. But Villanova, they sneaky, man.
I don't think it's sneaky at all. 2 and 3 years, baby. But I am very curious to see Zion Williamson. I'm very curious to see how he fits in as a Duke Blue Devil. I don't think he fits in. Newsflash, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But we'll see. He's only gonna be there for a year anyway.
You ain't lying about that.
Well, Dre, Yankees, are they in the Machado? Are they out of Machado sweepstakes? You think
No,
they-
it's the Yankees, man. Come on.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Dum, 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 dum.
And shout out to my boy Antoine texting me saying they want Brock Lesnar versus Lashley.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want that.
We want that.
Yeah, people want that. The people want that.
Well, I guess best match, worst match. I guess we agree with Charlotte, Oscar, and worst
Best
match is the
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman and Nicholas.
Yeah, the Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would reach
What
it.
they said.
Did SmackDown had a better show since the Charlotte Oscar match was done?
I would say SmackDown did have the better matches.
SmackDown.
With that Daniel Bryan, the AJ, Sasuke.
AJ, yeah.
The only match probably was, a little bit was the
The tag
Goofy
team
Brothers.
match.
Yeah, the Goofy Brothers.
I mean, because even the US title match was good too. So yeah.
Oh, I gotta give shout out to the Undertaker. Real quick thoughts on Undertaker's match.
Hey,
2 minutes
hey,
and 55 seconds.
You know what? On Undertaker, I said last week I didn't want to see him. Congrats to him. He 2 minutes and 30 seconds. He looked like the old Undertaker for at least 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And he was able to walk up the ring, too.
We'll take it. We'll take
He was
it.
able to walk up the ring.
What an interest.
Yes.
What an interest
But
as well.
the man that stole the show in that segment. Who wants to walk with a lion?
Oh boy.
I don't
And
know.
our last question before we get out of here. Crevonte,
Yep.
are you a wrestling fan? And will you be back at Jimmy's for SummerSlam?
Y'all asking a lot of me.
No,
y'all
we're not.
asking,
You,
y'all
me,
asking a whole lot.
SummerSlam.
Y'all asking a whole lot of me.
Well, we got a couple months.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
We only go
got
4
time.
times a year.
We
Yeah,
got.
we only go quarterly.
Yeah, so you got time.
Oh gosh, I don't. Get off me. Get off me.
on,
big
man.
fella.
Get off
Come
me.
on,
We
big
had
Come on,
fun.
man.
We
Yeah,
had
you
fun.
enjoyed
Shout out to the
yourself.
Wrestle Rhyme. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Don. Shout out to everybody that was in
That's
the
right.
building. Dante,
Everybody in the
everyone,
house.
all the family. Good to see y'all.
My man Ryan.
Everyone in the
right.
building. Shout out to everybody. And this is another episode of Flex Zone. This show is executively produced by Andre Melton. We want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Of course, the man, Eat, Conquer, Beat the Street, Andre Melton. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Thanks everybody for watching, comment, and tuning in. Flex Zone 1. Follow, comment on the
Twitter.
and Instagram at the Flex Zone 1. Questions, ideas, want to be a guest, send an email to the flexzone1@gmail.com. Executive producers Dre, senior producers Crevonte, host and moderator yours truly. Don't forget, like, subscribe to YouTube, the Flex Zone Podcast. We on YouTube, be getting those views. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody.
Tell everybody and tell LeBron too, because he is not going to win the
Oh,
NBA
boy.
championship. The
Speaking
NBA
of that-
playoffs coming.
NBA playoffs start this Saturday, and regular season ends on Wednesday. We'll talk about that next week.
76ers.
A lot of bold predictions
The
coming from
Western
this
Conference
crew.
getting tight.
Go Wizards.
We want to
Everybody beats the West.
Well, D, if
Get
it's
on my
tight,
nerves.
it's
Wizards
right.
get on my
If
nerves,
it-
but go
If
Wizards.
it ain't tight, it ain't right.
Thank you all for listening, commenting. Until
doing
next
that.
time, next week we talk NBA
right.
playoffs.
That's still a thing.
We gone.
We gone.
Peace.
Waiting for wrestling.
Thank you for tuning in to WBGR World Network.